Hey guys, this is going to be the quick review of how to epoxy coat a garage. Okay, I will show you my garage in another video, but this will be the quick mini version. Okay, so what you're going to do is, I did it 2.5 years ago, but I still remember. So what you're going to do is, first of all, get a water-based epoxy. It's going to save you a lot of time. Get all the cars out the garage. I live in my parents' home, so they were like, "Oh, why does it got to take so long?" But who gives a shit? Tell them how long it takes, okay? So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take the cars out and you're going to sweep the fucking shit out of that, okay? You're going to sweep that garage up, then you're going to take a power washer, or if you have only a hose, you better hose that thing down with as much pressure as you can. And I had a pressure washer, so I just literally hosed down the tile. Then I used a sponge, and then I sponged out I sponged out any grease stains, any things like that. Then what you do is, after you clean it out real good. So I would say clean it out for a full day, let it dry out, clean it out again, then etch it. Okay, so what this is, the etching is going to get out, it's going to get out any grease stains and level it out. So if you have any like little holes or anything like that, it will make it all kind of flat. Okay, and it'll help the epoxy coat stick to the etching. Okay, so then after that, you are going to carry the epoxy coat. What's it called? I'm sorry. You are going to bring the epoxy coat over there. You have to mix it up. You got to do whatever. Don't add the specs in yet. Mix it up. Get it prepped up. Do whatever. And then, yeah, I'm just trying, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to think to make sure that I did everything correctly. So what you're going to do after you etch it, you prep up your epoxy coat. You're going to let it dry out, fan it out, okay? Get a water-based epoxy, because if you don't get a water-based epoxy, if you try it after 1 day, it will literally, it will literally get screwed, okay? So, like, it won't stick, it won't stick on there. It's just been a while, so to think about this whole process, okay? It's not that hard. So you want to get a water-based epoxy, Rust-Oleum makes one. So just basically you could do it after 1 day after letting it dry out, okay? Because you can't do it all when it's bubbly watery and stuff, you know? And I would use a squeegee as well too, or like one on a stick. So basically, I would do that, and then after a day, I would put the water-based epoxy. If you don't use water-based epoxy, you'd have to clean it one more time and let it dry for a week or two. Like, it's going to have to dry. And let's be honest, people were talking shit saying like, "Oh, I've seen people do it themselves and it crack and it doesn't look as good." Well, guess what? It still looks fucking better than the way the garage looked before. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? So, all right? So anyway, and I'd rather pay like $300 rather than like 3,000. So anyway, so once you lay that down, you put the epoxy coat on, and as soon as you're done, you throw the chips, okay? So when you get one thing done, you throw the chips, then you do the next, you throw the chips, okay? Once the chips are there, they're there. You can't move them, okay? It's very difficult to, and it's just there. So yeah, make sure you don't get any on your dogs. Make sure you don't spill any epoxy coat in your mouth. Safety, I would wear masks, I would wear gloves, the whole 9 yards, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah. So that's how you epoxy coat a garage, the quick way. Okay, guys, I'll show you my garage later. All right? Peace.